Hey everyone, Antibeater1M here. So I've recovered from my euphoric episodes and I'm pretty much back to normal, although I have a viral sickness now. But I think it would be a great time since I recently signed a Lulu publishing, self-publishing distribution contract to talk about artist contracts and the pitfalls that can arise from these. So here's the truth. I signed a contract and like many artists, I didn't read it or understand it completely. Although ChatGPT informed me a lot about it, and I obviously have this significant level of trust with ChatGPT, which I think is quite dangerous, and I'm going to address that in the future. But what prompted this video was the experiences of a someone I'm supporting in comedy, Aidan Jones comedy, and he's a nice person in some ways, and he's not a vegan though, but he's very genuine. He's got some very honest opinions, and he talked about how he signed early in his career, signed a contract with I think Amazon Prime, who pretty much got a monopoly on showing his appearance on social media. So anyone basically who looks up Aidan Jones will now get Amazon Prime's version of him, and he signed the contract for that many years ago, without getting much more than pennies for his work. So long story short, Amazon Prime have very shrewd publicists and marketeers who maintain the monopoly of Amazon Prime in order to maintain their presence on the internet. And artists who don't sign the contract and read the contract carefully will fall into that trap of pretty much releasing everything in the name of the label of Amazon Prime. So basically, what I want to say is that these elite businesses and corporations and companies like Amazon are two steps ahead of you in terms of what they know in the real world of capitalism and making money. When money is involved, they are the experts. So a couple of things I want to address with my contract with Lulu. I self-published a couple of volumes of funny poems for everyone. And so you can find them at lulu.com/spotlight/Marcus10Low. And I'm not regretful of it at the moment, but I haven't seen any negative repercussions of my signing the contract, but I just wasn't very careful, and that's something that I might be kicking myself about in the future. I feel kind of grateful that I didn't go with Amazon KDP, which is probably a very evil company, but advantageous in some ways to writers because of the convenience involved and that sort of thing. But I went with Lulu not because they take a huge slice of the profits, because that's a disadvantage for writers, but because they're not associated with Amazon. I was very clear about that. I mean, they are a B Corp company, which means that they are so-called certified ethically and environmentally responsible, which I don't really believe, but I guess it adds to the glamour of the company and gives them a little bit of credence. But reading the fine print is extremely important in some instances because like I used their ISBN, the book number, for my volume 3, which means that I can't distribute the same publication in other platforms. So there's also the limitations. And volume 4, I learned my lesson just talking to ChatGPT about using my own ISBN, which I had bought previously. So these sorts of things are subtle considerations which you really need to consider and be legally aware of. So I think the next few months and years will play out, and I will learn eventually whether I signed a contract which I shouldn't have. But for me, it's a learning experience, which the stakes aren't huge because it was just like publishing a book. I still feel that I'm a little bit at risk because I put so much effort into it over the last few weeks and months. But hopefully it'll be okay. And I've just sold, just a couple of books, not really made back my money, but hopeful that I will make a name for myself. And you, my friends who are watching this video, might visit my site on Lulu and purchase a copy. Now, if you have signed any bogus artist contracts or, with Spotify, which I've heard bad things about, or any other platform, please do let me know in the comments because I really want to hear your stories and we can work on this together because it's really, really treacherous signing something which you have no idea about. Okay, bye.